Hello Gobos and welcome to Filthy Casual's opinion of Path of Exile Sentinel. I have 40 hours now on this game, so I think that I can review it, but I cannot talk about the endgame, and that's okay. And remember that this is Filthy Casual, alright? So, first of all, Path of Exile, you've heard a lot about it. There's a lot of guides online and videos. It's very confusing, and the meta is constantly changing. So that might put you off as a casual gamer, but I would say that this might be the best game for casual players at the moment. First of all, it's free, so you can't make a mistake with it. Second of all, if you look at Path of Exile, you see under Sentinel, the subtitle, I guess, this is the current season. So I'm not an expert at this because, like I said, I have 40 hours on this, but I'm still just scratching the surface. Every 3 months, they change the subtitle, they make a new league. So this is the Sentinel League, and it changes the meta completely. I think you lose your characters from the first league, I'm not sure. Or maybe they move to standard. But this is to keep the veterans occupied and happy. We are not these people, okay? So we can ignore this. You can participate in this if you want to, now or later. But if you don't want to do that, you can do standard. Standard, your characters don't disappear, and so you don't lose anything. You can see that I made 3 characters, 3 different classes, and we're gonna go with leftover coffee. And I had 3 more characters besides that, but I've deleted them because the build didn't work. Now, that's okay. Right now I'm just going through the campaign, and I think that's why this game is good for casual players. And when you watch, there's 2 interviews from, I don't know if he's the producer or designer of the game, but there's 2 videos that he made, one with Josh Strefhays and one with Allcraft, so I'll put the links in the description below, where he says that this game, they want to make everyone happy. New players, medium players, veteran players, hardcore players, casual players, and I think they're working. I think they're doing well. I think that's working. So, I have 40 hours, I have 3 characters, still in the campaign, of course. So for me, for a free-to-game play, 40 hours, not finish the campaign, it's really good. I'm really happy because I don't like grinding, and so I think that's why right now MMOs and things like that, where it get goods after 100 hours, those games keep me away because of that. But Path of Exile for me seems to be the opposite. I think I will be tired of the game after 100 hours if I reach the end game and then I have to grind just to get like a special item. I'm not a gambler, I don't like these mechanics, but for now I'm really happy with the campaign. I've only hit, this is Act 3, there's 10 acts, and with my first character I reached Act 4 or 5. But I realized that I was playing on Sentinel League, which at the time of recording this is about to change in 2 weeks, I think. It's about to be dropped and moved to the new meta. So I decided to make a standard league character so that it wouldn't go away, so that I could explore the whole progression of the character before I lose it. And the reason why I keep making characters is because I like to check the different mechanics. Like, the builds are really fun. And so let me show you, there's other great videos for introductions and guides, but I just want to show you why this is fun and it's not as bad as you think if you haven't joined this game yet. So first of all, when you start the new game, they will give you a skill point. So when you level up, you add skill points that boost your stats. Like, for example, here, plus 10 dex, or a certain aspect of your game that you want to boost, okay? So I took the ranger here, so I start here. And if you start with another class, you will start at another point in the tree. And I don't want to zoom out yet, okay? Because I don't want to scare you, but you can see that this is very straightforward. I boosted attack speed. I just wanted to see how I gotta go fast, right? I had to go fast. So attack speed, increased damage with bows, I went here to suppress spell damage because Reddit said it was good. And now I'm doing this, increased damage with bows. Here I have accuracy rating and attack speed. And here I went and I boosted poison because right now I have good poison damage and I wanted to push that. Very straightforward. Now if you zoom out, this is huge. Huge. This is very scary. Right? There's a tons of shit. But it's not that bad. For example, if you take, I think the Marauder is like the Barbarian is the strength guy. You'll start on the opposite side of the tree. You can see we have strength, intelligence, and dexterity. And I just noticed that that's where they are in the skill tree too. Dexterity is here, strength is here, intelligence is here. Now, if I want to make a dex and intelligence build, so bows and minions or spells, I'm just gonna start pumping this way. And at one point, the intelligence moves, the dexterity, sorry, moves to intelligence. I wanted to make a 5-minute video, but I think it's already over. And if I were to go that way, after a while, dexterity moves to strength. Or you can take the class that already starts at hybrid, and then you can go each way you want. Like each quarter, 1/8, I guess, 1/10 of this whole tree is a different build. Like you can have minions, you can have spells, you can have auras. So there's tons of there's tons of customization, and your characters feel very different very quickly. So basically, I'm trying different builds in the next 2 weeks, leading up to the first league that I will try to participate in. So I'm trying different things before I settle in one thing. So this is why it's interesting. After that, where it gets a bit complicated, you have a lot of weapons, and you see that each weapon has colored sockets, just like Diablo, but this will be the core of your gameplay, because these gems are your abilities, and they level up, and you can support them. So the game has two important aspects for me. The first one is building your character right. This is your decision making. And then the luck and gambling is getting good items and getting good gems. I'm not even breaking the meta right now and trying different things. I'm just doing very straightforward builds and everything's working very well. And I came here just to show you the gameplay a little bit. Yes, it's very repetitive. Like every act, the monsters change and their abilities change, and your abilities change too. But this is the core gameplay, and if you Google like end game combat, it's just people trying to clear maps as fast as they can. I feel like, again, I can't tell you, but so far I'm not bored of that. So in 1 hour or 2 a day, I guess that's, I don't know if that's considered casual. You can feel like you did a lot. You can feel very satisfied. So far, I've never felt like I've wasted my time. Even if I've built a character that in the end didn't work, I mean, now I know that it doesn't work, or I don't have the items. So that's okay with me because I learned something. And actually, level Act 1 and 2, I did have fun. For my 2 builds, like they kind of stopped working at Act 3. And the reason why it's not so bad is because you find gems and items that you can share with your other characters. So that time that you play in Act 1 or 2, even with a shit tune, you don't lose it because you accumulate, you know, power and options to keep building stuff. So that's very fun. So thank you very much, guys, for listening. Please, if you want to help the other viewers, if you have good guides or good videos, good reviews to suggest about Path of Exile, please link them in the comments, and that way this video will become a thread for people, the filthy casuals maybe, who are interested in this and want to learn more about the game. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching the Salt Goblin channel. No salt here so far, and have a good day, boys and girls.